Alright guys, want to do a little video about a Canik tp9sa about a month ago, and I've had it out to the range a couple of times. I've run about 3 or 4 mags through it. Fantastic little pistol, and people get on here and, on YouTube, start dogging and dissing these little guys, and oh, they're not Glock, because they ain't a $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 gun. People want to dog the piss out of them. So, out of my experience, and I've only run through 4 mags through it, and I wanted to do a little torture test on it. Run it through some mud, few other things, just for the hell of it. Just see how it would do, which I ain't got to that point yet, which, I may do in the future. Just see how these little guys do. But from my experience, these little guys, they keep running and running and running. And, I've seen other torture tests on YouTube. And, they run fine, But, way it comes, you got the lock and, you got a holster and some few other things. A speed loader, 2 18-round magazines. They're made by Metgar. Fantastic little guns, or, magazines. The holster and the paddle, if you open carry or conceal carry. These holsters are not the best, so you may want to go out and get a Blackhawk. The holster is, it's not bad for what it is. If you ain't got a holster, it works just fine. But the paddle is really flimsy, so I got rid of it and substituted my Blackhawk instead. So, as you can see, it is unloaded. The holster, it does just give a little bit of a wobble, which, if you're out in the woods, in the mountains, it's fine. So that's what it is, more or less. It's a truck gun. And the magazines say 18 rounds. You can get 17 in these little guys. You want the 18th, you got to use the speed loader. And I will tell you, if you try to put it in, the 18th round, you're going to break your finger off on these things. They're stat little magazines, so 17's fine. Alright, on to the little guy here. The people diss these things because they have a decocker. If I have to reach for it, and if it has one in the chamber, I'm going to hit the decocker and, screws everything up. Guys, if you don't like the decocker, deactivate it. As you can see, that's it. Let me show you. The decocker is deactivated. It takes 10 minutes to deactivate this thing. No matter how hard I press, it's not going to deactivate. Like I said, it takes 10 minutes worth of work to deactivate it. You don't like it, deactivate it. If you like it, leave it. But, this one, I had deactivated. So, no fear of ever, the trigger going snap and whoop. But, like I said, it takes 10 minutes to deactivate this little guy. Alright, disassemble it. 2 tabs right here. Bring them down. That's it. That's all there is to it. The internals are very similar to a Glock. See, 4 points of contacts on the rails, on the polymer frame. The trigger is Glock-Ish. No matter how much you press it on the side, it's not going to fall. Unless you grab it intentionally ready to fire, then that's it. One of the things that I do like about the Caniks versus the Glocks, which... Alright guys, went and got a Glock. Sorry. Anyway, I went and got my Glock 20. And the guide rod is a polymer captured spring, right? Which, they work. Canik's is also a captured guide rod spring. And this one is solid steel. It's a high tensile steel guide rod. So you're not going to wire this thing out, you're not going to break it. Versus, you know, a polymer guide rod, which I ain't seen one fail, you know, but anything's possible. And if you believe that that polymer guide rod will not break, you're an idiot. The barrel is a Code Hammer Forge barrel, so a lot of life in this little thing. And they say it went through a NATO. From what my research I can find is that it went through a NATO testing. And, you know, they fired 50,000 rounds and it went to failure, which it won't say what failed, but from what I can tell, the barrel did not fail at all. I would say it was probably an extractor spring, you know, maybe, but from what I can tell in my contact through Canik, it wasn't the barrel. So I would say you're good for at least another, I don't know, up to 80,000 rounds or over 100,000 rounds through this. You're not going to wear this out. So just for shits and giggles. Pretty similar. This is a Glock 20. But there is no tooling marks whatsoever in the Canik. It's smooth. It looks just like the Glock inside. Nice finish. So that's what it is, guys. But as far as I can tell, I haven't had any failures. Like I said, I've only shot 4 mags through it, no failures, and performs flawless. It's accurate, and for between a $300 and a $400 gun, I've seen this as low as $284 at preppergunshop.com. And I've seen it as high, well, a local shop has them for $4.99, but for around a $300 gun, you can't go wrong with these little guys. But I wanted to put my 2 cents in, like everybody else is dissing these little guys. I love mine. I love it. So that's it, guys. Any questions? Comment, subscribe, share. Y'all have a good day.